Ready? Start. Madam Deputy Chairman, I rise to support the concept of a national housing policy, but I am afraid I cannot lend my wholehearted support to policy as it has been framed. Stop. Madam Deputy Chairman, housing is an issue which should not be looked upon from a partisan angle, and I want to make it very clear right in the beginning. Stop. I will try, and it will be my effort not to introduce any politics into this question. Stop. I want members of both the sides to rise above petty partisan considerations and discuss this fundamental question, this basic issue, in the spirit in which this House should discuss it. Para. Having said this, Madam, I would like to state in the beginning that I am extremely disappointed by the manner in which this document has been drafted and presented to the House. Stop. I must confess to this disappointment truly and genuinely. Stop. This is an effort on the part of the government to evolve a national housing policy, and it is not a shelter policy. Stop. This is a wide difference between shelter and housing, and this is something which has to be clearly understood. Stop. Housing constitutes a physical matrix in which human interaction occurs. Stop. The houses that people live in touch upon almost every facet of their life and of the society as a whole. Stop. Housing, therefore, is not only a social or an economic issue, but it is also a major sociological factor which determines the kind of society that we want to build up and the quality of life of the people who live in that society, who are members of that society. Stop. Therefore, Madam, the first point that I would like to make is that when we are discussing the housing policy, we cannot discuss shelter in isolation. Stop. The housing policy must include within its ambit the overall economic policy of the government. Stop. There must be an indication of the policy frame in which we propose to solve this problem, which is an essential part when we are discussing the national housing policy. Stop. This is the first deficiency which I noticed in this document. Stop. It does not deal with the policy frame, the economic policy frame in which we propose to tackle this problem. Para. We are talking of slums, and we are talking of the pressure on housing or the lack of it in the urban areas. Stop.